Welcome back into another Daft on Draft exclusive. Again, now we have another prospect interview, our second one of the summer here, now rolling through here. Today, I am more than happy to bring on a guest who I jotted down their name watching Matthew Golden last year. I was watching Matthew Golden, evaluating Matthew Golden, writing him up in a scouting report, and watching that Texas Arizona State game, I wrote down the number of this corner. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And was one of the first players I came back to in summer scouting, and so I'm happy to welcome Arizona State corner Keith Abney to this Daft on Draft interview. Keith, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Keith, before we get started here, we're going to talk a little bit about like life before Arizona State, and I think I would be remiss if the place that I didn't start. You are not only a district champion, a state champion, but you are a national champion inline skater.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I actually have the footage here of seventh grade seventh grade Keith Abney here
Yeah.
breaking the record actually, right?
Smashing it. Smashing the record. Yes, sir.
Yeah, breaking the record
Man, that's
in the
crazy.
300-meter inline skating national championship. Flying around. So I want to talk a little bit about this. One, how this translates to football. But most important question here: do you still skate?
Nah.
No.
Nah, I don't I haven't skated in a long time, but I can still skate though. That's natural. Like everybody in my family can skate for real, but I haven't skated probably like a skating meet probably like since I want to say COVID, so like
Okay.
2020. So yeah, it's
And that would
been
have
it's
been like your
been a
tenth
minute.
grade, 10th grade
Yeah,
year ish. Yeah.
like ninth grade, like eighth grade summer. Like that's probably
Okay.
the last time I skated.
Okay. Love it. Do you still like own a pair of skates? Just like skate around campus
Yeah,
sometimes? Oh heck yeah.
I haven't skated around campus, but
Okay.
I do own some skates, definitely.
I love that. So, like, again, that takes a lot of ankle stability, a lot of ankle flexibility. Obviously, that
Yeah,
translates a lot to the cornerback position to be able to. I mean, it translates all the way up your hips, honestly, to be able to flip your hips, to be able to like stay a little pigeon toed out of your stance and things like that. But how do you feel like it most translates that ankle flexibility into football?
the three main things I'll say that it helps. I'll say your balance, because like you gotta have good balance, like going that fast and leaning. I'll say endurance, because like sometimes it's some long races, so like that can relate to like a long drive or something like that. And then I'll say ankle strength for sure.
I love that. So, so when did you start? Did you play football while training through inline skating, or did you pick up football later?
Yeah.
Kind of what was the
Oh
timeline
yeah,
there?
yeah. Let me tell you how that started. So, like growing up, I grew up in Dallas. I'm from Dallas, so like people from Dallas, they know Redbird Skating Land, and like we used to go there. My family used to go there. Like we used to skate, and they always had races. But like I just like it would be like a one lap race. You get candy or something for winning. But like the races, I'll just beat everybody. Like I'll be done. People still on the first corner. So, and then the rink owner was like telling my mom like, yeah, you used to just try it one time to see how he does, yada yada yada. And then we just ended up he plugged us in with like a coach and like a team, and we went to one meet, and it was just I was just winning. But yeah, I've been playing football too since I could walk. So
Awesome. So, three-star recruit coming out of high school. You were tabbed as an athlete. Like that was your designation coming out.
yes, sir.
Did anybody want you to play wide receiver? Were there schools that were recruiting you
Mhm.
as a wide receiver?
Yes, I had like a couple offers for a receiver. It was majority like was split. Like, okay, some of them offering you for receiver, some are offering you for DB. Some of them was like you talking to both coaches, and then like you gonna see when you get there. Like, see,
Yeah.
But yeah, I was getting recruited for both positions.
Okay. And I think I understand the timeline of your recruitment, but you could pitch in here if I get it wrong.
Mm.
So, Coach Carrington was the coach at Utah State,
No,
correct?
no, 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 sir, no, sir.
No. Okay. Okay. So I do have it wrong.
Yeah, yeah. So Coach
Okay.
Carrington was he was a coach at TCU
At TCU.
my
Okay.
senior year. The year TCU went to the national championship,
Yeah.
Coach Carrington was at TCU, and like I knew him, like we knew each other, but they were kind of full, like as far as like corners wise.
Mhm.
And then so when he got the job at Arizona State, he was like I was like the first one of the first people he called. And then yeah, I took my visit. I just fell in love with it out here.
I love it. The temperate wise, it's The same heat. I actually have a question about that as well. I was looking over the games that you've played in, and like the games that would have been away in November, December, were like Salt Lake City, um, Kansas State, but that was still like late October, early November. Have you ever played a cold football game?
Yeah, it get cold in Texas too. But recent the coldest game I probably played in college, I want to say maybe my freshman year at Washington. I'll say
Okay.
when we went up to Washington, I said that might be the coldest game we played. But no, I've never played in the snow. I actually do want to play in the snow one time. That's on my bucket list for sure. That seemed
I
like
love that.
that seemed like a fun game. But I haven't
Yeah.
played in no like extreme temperatures, but I've definitely played in some cold weather for sure.
Yeah. I'm from Ohio. If it hit like
Ooh.
mid-October, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, there's a chance of snow. So
yeah.
lots of that growing up. But you head to Arizona State then with Coach Carrington, gets the job. He brings you over with him. Um, and you don't redshirt. You get some playing time immediately as a freshman. I kind of want to back up before hitting the field though, but because there are a couple of like older defensive players when you were a freshman already there,
Uh-huh.
who then, Chris Edmonds
For
signed
sure.
with the Browns, spent the entire season in Cleveland.
Mhm.
Shamari Simmons this past year came out, went to the Shrine Bowl, he got signed, and even a guy he transferred out after freshman year, but like Omar Norman Lott then transfers to Tennessee and then goes in the second round. Kind of what was it like to be a freshman coming from Texas, coming into that room, and how valuable was it to have those guys in that same defensive meeting room was with you, and especially Edmund Simmons in the same defensive back meetings with rooms as you're transitioning and learning and growing.
Yeah, I definitely say it was good. Just freshman coming in, you think you know everything, but you just it just kind of teaches you like you just learn how to grow. Like the older guys, they did a great job. Like like mentoring me, giving me advice. Like if I have a question, I was always comfortable. I always felt comfortable with them. Like just asking them. Like it wasn't no. Sometimes younger guys they'll be like scared, but the older guys made it easy for me. It was easy to just ask them questions. It was good learning from them. Like you said Chris was good to learn from. Shamari. Some people that you didn't mention was Jordan Clark. He was here my
Mhm.
freshman year. So on game days, he was actually my roommate. So when we would travel and stuff, so I really got to learn from him, like seeing him watch film and stuff like that, seeing how he prepares for the game. It was kind of cool knowing because his dad Ryan Clark probably
Mhm.
instilled some things in him that it was just good to learn from that. So yeah, shout out to them for sure.
I love that. And then again, yeah, no red shirt. And again, it was in a kind of a blowout loss there, but you get your first interception against Oregon. Kind
Mm-hmm.
of walk me through the emotions of like, I'm a true freshman. I'm out here playing Division I football, and I just got my first interception. Like, what was going through your head at that point?
I just knew like that point. I knew like once I got my opportunity, once the ball came my way, I knew like I was going to pick. I think that might have been like my first target ever in college. Like I knew I was going to get a pick like quick in college. So it was just definitely a great feeling. Like the world like froze when it happened. Like I didn't hear anything. It was just like the ground was shaking and everything. But
Mhm.
it was definitely a great experience. Just getting that early, kind of getting my feet wet freshman year. Making some plays when I got the opportunity to.
Did you come into then summer camp your sophomore season kind of as like the penciled in starter at corner, or were you in like some sort of battle coming into camp that you kind of had to fight through?
No, yeah, I wouldn't say penciled in starter because like I still didn't have like freshman year I played a little bit, but I really didn't prove anything my freshman
Mhm.
year. I just like showed like flashes, but like sophomore year, like I just attacked like every workout, and during the spring, I just had the mindset like I'm just gonna prove to them to put me on the field, and fall camp it was like I wouldn't say it was a battle or nothing like that. But it was three. We had three corners, and I just came to work every day, and I ended up getting the starting spot.
Yeah. What does that mean to you to earn that job as a true sophomore to come in and be like, nope, I'm taking this? What does that mean to you to earn that trust of your coaching staff?
It's definitely a great feeling. Just I feel like everything is better earned, not given.
Mhm.
So I felt it was actually good that like okay, yeah, like oh you've been here, here's the spot. Yeah, it felt better to me earning the
Mhm.
spot during camp definitely. So it was a
Mhm.
great feeling knowing that my coaches trusted me.
Yeah, what does that preparation look like for you? Game day week throughout, like, what are your film habits, things like that?
Just watching film, studying tendencies of a receiver. You want to learn their releases.
Mhm.
Their traits, how they catch the ball. They're more of a back shoulder fade guy or a deep ball guy. Like it's just little things like that. I just be trying to pick up on, and then studying the formations. and tendencies of the offense as well. So I feel like my film, like that part of my game is pretty good. I've been trying to learn. Our coaches do a great job of prepping us during the week.
I love that. You got to know where the hands are to play through them. Yeah,
Yes,
I love
sir.
that. Awesome. Awesome. So again, recruited as an athlete, some of the wide receiver skill set shows up on your tape. Like I think it's pretty apparent. Like I think the timing of throwing your hands, either playing through the hands or going up the catch point, is really exceptional. One, locating the football. Like some corners have it, some don't. Like, and there's some really good corners who just don't have ball skills. Like it's not like a negotiable, or it's not like a mandatory thing for corners to have. If you can play the man, then that's great. But like the ball skills are obviously there. I think I go back to the Cincinnati interception where like the head is whipped around at the exact moment that you need to locate the football. The ball is located seamlessly, and then you make a play on the football.
Yeah.
What game was I watching? I was watching another one today where you were in like a cover 2 buzz look. It was in the red zone. You were in like a cloud buzz look, and you broke on the football and high pointed it at the exact moment. I don't remember, and it was you didn't catch it, but like you broke it up. You played right through the hands.
Probably Utah game. I want to say
it might have been the Utah game. Yeah. We made that PBU in the back of the end zone, but you could tell the timing of throwing your hands at the football is really exceptional as well. What other areas of the wide receiver position do you think have kind of translated over that side of the football as well?
I feel like being able to run straight, like a straight line and break. Like, DB sometimes you like in a crossover run a lot or you backpedaling and breaking. So I feel like a lot of DBs got that down, but being able to like run full speed and stop on the dime, I feel like that's kind of translated. Playing receiver, you got to run comebacks, curls, stop. So I feel like that is a part of my game that translated from receivers.
Yeah, that hip sync. You can definitely see that a lot as well. Again, the Texas game is where I initially got put onto you, and I was like, I'm writing this number down, and I'm coming back to it pretty early into the spring, into the summer. But I think you're playing cover 4, and they try to sneak in a wheel route behind you, like a late wheel behind you, and you flip your hips and you break up on that pass on the sideline. You can definitely tell the fluidity in your hips there to feel that out as well. And a little bit of the film study as well, because like you have to anticipate that, like route concept. If this guy's running a 9 behind me or running a post in front of me, there's odds that somebody's coming in behind me, and to be able to anticipate that, so you could definitely tell that stuff is there as well. Coming into 2025, what do you think are what's an area that you're really focusing on for growth?
Area I've been focusing on is just being more patient at the line, being trying to take a picture of the whole formation pre-snap. Just trying to get if I can get an indicator from that, maybe I've seen that from before on film study. Being stronger at the catch point, being more aggressive, and then just trying to be even more stickier in coverage.
Yeah, I will say one more thing, and I can tell it's something you take pride in, and I want your note on this as well, because there's a lot of corners that also don't love contact and that don't love to tackle, or are like pretty big ankle biters.
Yeah.
And you've got like some pretty awesome form tackles on your tape of like wrestling takedown-esque takedowns. So like what kind of pride do you take in like, no, I'm going to trigger downhill, and I'm not only just going to like bite at your ankles, but I'm coming through your hips.
I feel like you just got to have it in you, like a dog in you, because I feel like our safeties, like Ghost and Zay, they tackle real well. So I don't want to be the one that's like not tackling. So it's like just do it. But it's good just being able to tackle. We work form tackling like every day before, like not even just taking them to the ground, but like thudding up stuff. So I feel like us practicing that a lot is definitely translated to the game, because I feel like we are well tackling defensive back group.
I love you. I love it. It's almost like, I think Denzel Ward is probably the best tackling corner I've seen in a really long time. It's like almost Denzel Ward-esque of like, no, he's going straight through the frame. He's not trying to like get around the ankles. He's going straight through. I really love that. I want to talk about kind of some practice, not really practice habits, but like how you've gotten better on the field. Like during practice, obviously iron sharpens iron, and you've gone against like Arizona State's had some really good offensive talent. Obviously, Cam Scatterby got Heisman votes this past year, got drafted in the 4th round. Kind of what was it like going back to tackling? I'm sure the opportunity was there one-on-one. He's in the open field. He's coming around the edge. Kind of what is that like when you see a man like of his stature?
Yeah.
And what I mean by his stature is like he's pretty short, but he's also really dense. So like he's got the gravity. Yeah.
Yeah, he a wrecking ball. Scat, seeing Scat, I feel like that definitely, the ones you really don't get to get that many opportunities to go live and just just tackle somebody. But I think I've tackled him once. We only had one opportunity, but it wasn't no like crazy tackle. I just got him. I tackled him, but just seeing, I feel like it just prepares you. Like it's a man's game. You can't be scared out there. So definitely having running backs like Scat, Kyson, and DeCarlos last year, and then we got even some good running backs this year as well. Just going against them and knowing that they gonna bring their all to you, so you gotta bring something back. So I feel like like I said earlier, our practice definitely prepares us for tackling for sure.
He seems like the kind of guy with some pretty psycho practice habits as well. Like
Well,
he's gonna
Scat,
go, he's gonna go 100% practice at you. He's not
yeah,
taking off the gas.
especially if you talk to him, make him mad or something, Scat gonna try to run you over.
I love that. I have a question coming up about that, but I wanted to move on as well. Obviously, a guy in the wide receiver room at Arizona State is getting first round hype as well, and deservedly so. But and probably is a guy that you get to see much more often one on one. Like
Yeah.
again, going back to iron sharpening iron. Like, do you not only like what do those reps in practice mean between you and Jordan Tyson, but like, do you guys then trade secrets at the end of practice? Like, hey man, when you were doing this is how it's attacking you, and kind of vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. We always like ask each other questions like, "What? Okay, why did you do this?" or "What did you see here?" But it's definitely good going against a guy like him because I feel like he's one. He's definitely, to me, I got my own opinion, but he's definitely one of the best receivers in the country for sure. But just going against him, knowing that like this probably best he's gonna get in college, so it's great going against him. I'll try to get as much reps as possible with him. We always, after practice, we do probably like 10 minutes. Try to get some extra work, get some releases. Just always trying to sharpen our game. So it's good having a receiver like him. And even our other receivers, they're pretty good too. So
Yeah.
it's good.
So you talked a little bit about Scattaboo, and if you really got him going, he would come at you. So corner is obviously the position where you need the most supreme confidence in the
Yeah,
world. Like you can get smoked the previous play, and you got to kind of come back
gotta
and be
come
like, no,
back.
I'm right back in your face.
Yeah.
Some of the best talkers come from the cornerback position. So I got to know three things here. One, how is your trash talk game? Two, who gives it back the most in practice? And three, who's giving it back the most in a game?
My trash talk game is great when I'm talking trash. Most of the time, I'll be chilling, but you gotta really make me mad. Just I be trying to just be locked in for real. But my trash talk game is definitely great for sure. Who gives it back at practice? I say the linemen, like all the whole O line group. They got some. They talk a lot of trash for sure. The O line talk trash. What was your third question? My bad.
In a game, who's giving it back to you the most in a game?
I feel like I haven't played nobody that just talk trash back in the game.
I love it.
But I ain't gonna lie, the person who talks the most trash on our team is Javen Robinson, our other corner. He
Okay.
talks the most trash. Like it's crazy. You just gotta watch him. He talk a lot of trash.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the season that you guys had. Obviously, you finished near the bottom of the Big 12, your first season in the Big 12, and then immediately second season in, you guys win the whole thing. And not only that, you go to the college football playoffs and you almost pull off the upset there. Both good and bad. What kind of taste does that leave in your mouth moving into 2025?
For me personally, I just feel like it shows that how things can change quick. So don't try to, get don't get too intrigued with like different polls coming out, or people ranking you here, people ranking you there. Just I feel like we just try to stay. One thing we've been preaching this year is like just trying to stay with the process, trying to approach everything the same, attack everything the same. So just being on both ends of it is it's kind of good. Just not good because you don't want to experience that first season, but it was good. I feel like I learned a lot from that year. Just being on the opposite end of the year, on the opposite end of the stick. And the second year being on the winning side, it just shows like I feel like our approach the second year was different, like the vibe, the culture, the way people, you go to the stadium probably 8 o'clock, you see somebody up there. Probably the first year you weren't seeing many people up there. There's little things like that. I feel like that all plays into a part. It plays a part of the season for sure.
Yeah, I think everybody is very familiar with like the culture at Arizona State as a college as a whole, and I think if you get a consistently awesome football program going up, that campus might catch on fire. At
Fire.
some point.
Activate the valley. Activate the valley.
Yeah. So, what was it like though? To like, I'm sure you could feel that shift in the building. Coach Dillingham comes in. kind of what did it feel like to kind of be a part of that culture shift, and kind of what did it feel like to be like almost like a wave in the ocean? Like, how does that feel to be part of that shift from? I think I'm not gonna like talk bad on the previous regime, but I think everybody knows the state that the Arizona State football program was left in by the sanctions and stuff like that, and now it's completely out of that and back on top of the Big 12. Kind of what does it feel like to be a part of that?
It's definitely a great feeling just seeing like Coach Dilly, come in and just, establish his culture. Just, my first meeting there, like he tells you like these are core values. You either gonna follow them or you're not, and you're gonna follow them basically. But it's just good because a lot of people could preach something but don't do that themselves. But seeing Coach Dilly, like he lives like everything that he tells us, that's what he lives by too. So I feel like it's kind of easy for us to adapt to that when you got a great leader to follow.
Yeah, I love the whole the Dillingham kind of storyline. He's from Tempe, goes back to Tempe. Like you can tell he's 100% bought into like that's his home.
No, yes, sir.
You could tell a lot by that. Heading into 2025, then you're back now for your true junior year. You're technically you're an upperclassman now. I know you're not a senior, but you're a second year starter. Your secondary's graduated. Your defense has graduated a lot of talent. So naturally, that makes you one of the almost the elder statesman on that defensive side of the ball. Kind of what are some of your goals for 2025, and what does it feel like to kind of take on more of that leadership role now heading into 2025 as well?
Some of my goals this year is just like as far as my tape wise, just when you look at the tape, I want you to see great technique. I want you to see a technician. I want you to see somebody who gives 100% effort every play. He's gonna give it all his all every play. Playing with high energy and high confidence. I can't predict no like stats nothing right now, but those are the three things I want you to see: a technique, I want you to see effort, and I want you to see confidence on my tape. And
Love
then
it.
being an older guy is cool. Just the first year, just being a younger guy and looking up to the older guys. So being an older guy now it's a great feeling just knowing that like you got younger guys asking me questions and stuff like that. So it's definitely a great feeling being able to being one of the leaders as a team.
Love it. All right, let's move on to some stuff outside of football. Keith, what are some of your hobbies? Like, what do you do for fun? I love it. Are you so? I'm assuming you played as yourself then in College Football 26.
A little bit. I played a little bit on there. I played
Okay.
a bit on there. They need to fix my overall and stuff like that, but I can't follow that right now.
Do you have a dynasty going?
My friends, they have a league. I need to join it. I haven't really had the time because of workouts like that and stuff like that. But I definitely do want to join the league. We got like a big group that be playing. So, yeah.
I love it. I have a 10-man league too. It's a lot of fun. So you play. What's your primary video game then? Like, what do you play the most of?
Probably 2K. The
Okay.
basketball. I probably play 2K the most right now. Well, yeah, I be trying to mix in a lot. Call of Duty, Fortnite a little bit, GTA. Really, all the games. Anything that's fun, I'm gonna play. If it's boring, I'm just not gonna play it. I be trying to mix it in. That's probably not my main hobby, but that's the game is definitely something I like to do in my free time if I'm just bored.
Love it. And then game days. What's in those headphones? What's on your game day playlist?
You got some Young Boy. You got some Lil Baby a little bit. You got a little bit of you got some Z in there though. Montana 700. Some Lucci. So like I like starting to. A lot of people just listen to music that's like it's gonna make them like, like I start with some like I want like Lucci. I live in a wife and Lucci. He talks about like a lot of not pain, but like you could feel his music for real. It just gets you in that mode, and then you start listening to your turn up music. That's like my process for sure.
I love it. I interviewed a prospect earlier this week, and he's like, I just like to mellow out, so I listen to like Michael Jackson and Nas, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
an
Some
combo.
people, like some people, everybody got their own process, like for sure.
Yeah. I love it. All right, Keith. So obviously, football is the main goal here, and God willing, you play football for a very long time at a very high level. But have you ever thought about like, what's your major and kind of what does life outside of football look like for you? Like life after football look like for you?
No, yeah, I'm a sports business management major. life outside of football, even with football, with or without football, I want to get into real estate.
Okay.
I want to have like my own car business, like selling cars and stuff like that. Potentially having my own dealership. I want to get into a truck, have a trucking company, like having like a lot of trucks and stuff like that. That's just three quick things I can name off the bat. But I want to definitely have like multiple businesses.
Yeah, that's a diverse portfolio.
Yes, sir.
All right, Keith, last question here for you, and then I'll let you get out of here and get back to either Call of Duty workouts, whatever we're off to here. I just want to know, what's your why? Obviously, camp sucks. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's grueling. The season is long. The off-season stuff takes a lot of dedication to really lock in and stay focused, even though you're kind of off doing your own thing a lot of the times. So, like, what is your why? Why do you keep coming back to football? Why do you put your body through this? All that kind of stuff.
I feel like my why is just I'm just in love. I'm in love with the game of football. I feel like I'm kind of, I wouldn't just say chosen, but I feel like my destiny, part of my destiny is definitely this journey that I'm going through right now. Just, in football, I don't look at it just like as just a game. Like, I feel like I'm meeting a lot of people. I'm meeting brothers, that I'm probably going to, invite to my wedding and stuff like that, just building those relationships. So I feel like my why is just the love of the game and the process, and then, definitely like the opportunity now, like, you get to make some good things off of football. Football can bring you a lot of good things, and can help you put your family in a great position. So that's definitely my why.
Awesome. Well, Keith, that's all I've got. Again, I really do appreciate all your time, and best of luck this upcoming season as you enter your junior year at Arizona State.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me.